Hey guys, and thank you so much for tuning into my channel. My name is The Lady Designer, and today we're here with a short video with some exciting news about Planet Zoo 2. We're going to talk about tunnels for aquariums, we're going to talk about combining birds and terrestrials, and we have new animals confirmed and news about when we're going to see more information about other animals that are going to be added in the game as well. So just sit back, relax, and enjoy. And of course, leave a like at this video if you guys enjoy it, and subscribe to the channel, of course, if you don't want to miss out on any Planet Zoo 2 content. I definitely have you covered. And if you want to complete your Planet Zoo collection, or you want to jump into Planet Coaster 2 with the amazing new parades pack, then definitely make sure to check out the sponsor of our channel, Instant Gaming, because via their website you can get an amazing discount on all these games, but also for The Sims, Prehistoric Kingdom, Jurassic World Evolution, and so many other fantastic games. And by purchasing through their website, you will get a great deal, and you will also be supporting the channel. You can find a link in the description of this video and in the pinned message of the comment section, so you can easily find it. So let's start with the aquarium tunnels, because we didn't talk about this yet on the channel, but this one was confirmed at the gamesradar.com interview. And this one says, for me, looking up is often what makes a great zoo or aquarium experience. There's something about having enclosures that you can walk inside with butterflies and birds flying overhead. I'm curious if this means that we're going to get butterflies in the game or not, or this is just trying to explain what she likes, or being inside one of those tunnels at an aquarium that lets sharks, stingrays, and other water friends swim overhead. Planet Zoo 2 really plays with that experience, adding so much more vertically to your zoo builds than the first game ever made possible. It's particularly popular, I don't know what that word means, when the developers whizzes around to one of the new aquarium habitats that are also coming with Planet Zoo 2. This aquarium they've built is easily 4 or 5 times the height of the guest, with turtles, shoals of fish, and other aquatic creatures floating around inside it, and even a scuba class staff member too, sponging the glass clean. There is a shipwreck, huge rock formations, plants, and more, and I'm really glad they linger on the view, as they really are stunning to watch. Plus, you can absolutely make aquarium tunnels too. I'm going to just assume that this is the confirmation here, because they're actually talking about getting this showcase by Frontier Developments in the game. So I'm going to take this as a very big confirmation that we're going to get aquarium tunnels. We've been wondering about these little icons that we saw in the gameplay trailer. I think this is definitely the confirmation, and it actually makes sense, because for the birds and the aviaries, it doesn't make sense to have, like, for example, bald eagle to be flying around when you're not walking in an aviary tunnel, something with netting. Sometimes the birds are too dangerous, so you would need some kind of tunnel system to make sure that your guests are safe. So I'm going a step ahead here as well, because aquarium tunnels, okay, yes, but also tunnels for aviaries actually just makes total sense here. I cannot wait to actually see this all in action. So exciting! So now let's talk about combining terrestrial animals and birds. I actually totally missed this when we were trying to explore all the neat little things, and I was mostly paying attention to this little water puddle here until someone in my comments actually pointed this out to me. You see this? This is a bird. Oh my goodness, what was the name of this bird again? I had to look it up again, but it's surely the great hornbill, which I don't think we've seen any other screenshot of yet. So we have a confirmation here of the great hornbill, and a confirmation that these two can be in the same habitat, which also confirms right away that these tigers can be in an aviary habitat, or it will probably work as an aviary habitat, which you can then, or not aviary habitat, but just a normal habitat, which you can then also give a roof, like for the aviary. Something like that makes the most sense if we're just looking at the screenshot. I really can't believe that we didn't realize this the first time when we were analyzing all these screenshots, but this is like such fantastic news. Other than that, I don't think at this point in time that we are able to combine the aquarium animals with normal habitat animals. So at this point in time, I don't think hippos can be combined with fish, for example, which is a pity, but I'm going to take everything because I'm already so happy with all the things that we are getting in the game. But who knows? Maybe in the future, Frontier is able to figure something out and make sure that we are able to combine these aquarium animals with habitat animals and just all the animals together. That will be just absolutely fantastic. And then we're moving over to the Zoopedia, because in the Zoopedia, we now have animal reveals. Here you can see, get ready for reveals. New animals will be popping up in the Zoopedia every week. So don't forget to swing back soon and discover the latest aquatic, avian, and terrestrial stars joining planet due to 7 days until the next reveal, which is so exciting. So, okay, we have the secretary bird. We have the African penguin. It's just casually here now in this list. We're going to get the African penguin. I don't really think that it looks much different from the African penguin that we already have in the game, but I kind of feel like at this point in time we can conclude that, like, especially the animals from the base game will get a really good overhaul, but like we've all agreed to pretty much that most of the animals that we got later on during development of the game, they already looked so incredible. So I guess most of these animals will get like a new shader or some kind of new fur textures, for example. I don't think you will see the difference that much with the African penguin. But I don't mind. Like, it already looked fantastic. So it does look amazing. So we can here see the Zoopedia information. I wonder if there is any new information here. Probably the wild population and conservation status will be updated as far as the real life information goes. Social reproduction. We have animal facts here. More animals in active development. Zoopedia reflects this work in progress. We have, okay, yeah, so these buttons will just drop down here. Okay. So African penguin confirmed. Next animal is the European bison. Now this one definitely got an overhaul. Look at these fantastic fur textures like I was just talking about. This, I don't know about you guys, but this almost feels like a picture to me, like a real life picture. This looks so freaking amazing. Oh, I cannot wait to see these guys in action. That's just fantastic. So the European bison, oh well, actually it wasn't the European bison, was it? Wasn't it African or something? So it's a different species. But nonetheless, like the textures and it just looks really fantastic. So we have an overview here, commonly referred to wizened. Oh, didn't we have the wizened in the game? I actually do think so. Oh man, all these names. It's going to be quite challenging to get everything right, but you guys know what I mean. You guys know what we're talking about. So we have all the information right here, animal facts. So this is just really fantastic. And right over here is not like the most perfect quality picture, but this is the hippo. This one was confirmed in a PC magazine, I think it was called PCGamer magazine, something like that, which is unfortunately only available in the UK. And some people did buy it and shared some screenshots with it, but I'm obviously, if people pay for it, I'm not going to share that on my channel due to copyright issues. But we have the hippo now here confirmed, and also confirming that this one can be released in these wildlife reserves that we saw earlier, which is just so freaking cool. I love it that this is one of those animals that we are for sure now that we are able to release in these wildlife reserves. It looks absolutely fantastic. Talking about this PCGamer magazine, by the way, I did get some information about this, which I would really love to share with you guys. So let's just right away jump into the information. Now, this is not written by me, but I'm just going to read it and react to it, and hopefully you guys appreciate all the information as much as I do. So for whoever made this summary, there's no name connected to the text here. Okay, apart from the hippo, I see no other roster reveals. There's still nothing on exhibits, but some statements that I found interesting. Regarding landscaping, confirmation that the water caustics are physics-based. They are generated based on the lighting interaction with the water surface, which we know reacts to animal movement. They also confirm that staff movements deform water as well, which sounds like keepers can now enter bodies of water, which is just really awesome. I love these little details to make everything come more alive and make more realistic, so that's amazing. Landscaping, maximum brush sizes are apparently doubled to make building large expansive areas quicker. I guess that's also very useful for the wildlife reserves that we're going to get. Laying paths, for example, takes seconds thanks to Planet Zoo 2 using an even more advanced version of the path system used in Planet Coaster 2. Really, really happy with that one. We recently started playing Planet Coaster 2 because I loved the game when it was first launched in 2016. I've played so many hours of it. I was so disappointed with the launch of Planet Coaster 2, but now 1.5 years later, with the Parades pack, I just have to try it again, but also due to the fact that there are going to be features from Planet Coaster 2 in Planet Zoo 2. I'm not entirely a fan still, but they are definitely improved from the launch 1.5 years ago from Planet Coaster 2. But I'm definitely really happy to see that there will be even more advanced versions and improved versions of the path system in Planet Coaster 2. I'm very excited to hear more about that. We got the ability to attach these kind of grass types to the terrain materials. People used a lot of custom grass assets on the first game, but now we've got a suite of grasses that allow you to fill out large areas, and some will grow really quickly. They will grow really quickly? You kidding me? Again, that's just brushing paint now. It's really flexible. Oh my goodness, how long have we been talking about all these screenshots and all these gameplay trailers that I was like, oh, but the grass looks so amazing. How is the grass working? This is short grass, this is long grass. Is this placeable? Is this a terrain brush? No freaking way. It's going to be growing and it's going to be a paintbrush? That is so freaking fantastic. Okay, management. A focus for management tweaks was to make the systems and gameplay loops more transparent. All staff facilities come with no walls or ceiling or set layout. We've been talking about that already. Animals in wildlife reserves can be researched too, and that research feeds back into your zoos by giving you new guest educational opportunities. They spoke about research going both ways between zoos and reserves. Oh my goodness, that is just so cool. We've been talking a lot about the wildlife reserves already in my previous video, so if you haven't seen that one yet, definitely recommend it. But these are like the gameplay elements that just brings these whole wildlife reserves even more to life. I really think it's going to be a huge important aspect of Planet Zoo too, and I find that so fantastic. So each reserve will be designable by the player in configuration phase, ensuring that the habitat features the key things needed for its animals to integrate back into the wild and thrive. Oh man, I can't wait to see more about the wildlife resource and just to play around with them. Okay, so animal behaviors and animations. On birds, almost all tree branches can be flown to and perched on. Oh, that's so cool. New audio system means that animal audio cues will drive the animation system. The decisions to make noise prompts to animate the system to cue up matching movements and not the other way around. This explains how good the chimp vocalizing looked on the B-roll we've seen. So if I understand this correctly, with Planet Zoo 1, you had like this set of animations and you had the movements, and the movements would trigger the animations. And now it's the other way around, because if you remember correctly, like sometimes you were seeing like this really cute animation in Planet Zoo, but then the audio wasn't matching, or there was no audio. It felt like the audio wasn't triggered. So now they just completely changed that around and now made sure that the audio is driving the animations. And I find that so fascinating that it can even be a thing. But that also explains exactly why the chimp and the climbing animations and all just looked so fascinating and so freaking good. So I'm so excited to see more about this in game. That's going to be just so freaking fantastic. And about climbing, this has been burned to the ground and rebuilt. We've taken both climbing and jumping way back to basics and then rebuilt them from the ground up and then combined them together so that your animals will be able to navigate in ways they've never been able before. Oh, I'm so happy with that. Sometimes, like, I already really appreciated the fact that we were able to build our own climbing frames and that the animals were able to use it. Like, just imagine, it could have been that in Planet Zoo 1, all you could do was just add some pre-built climbing frames and they would be able to adjust the animations. But that wasn't the case. We were able to completely build our own climbing frames. But yeah, sometimes it just didn't look as smooth as you would like it to be. And it's just fantastic to see that they really just rebuild these animations to climbing from the ground up. Oh man, it looked already fantastic in the clips that we've seen, and also in the preview that I got with the gameplay trailer. It looked so fascinating, so good. Can't wait to see more. Happy animals in wildlife reserves can give you new generations of offspring. Yeah, we've already been talking about the wildlife reserves and the animals that you can release. Like, you could, they mentioned that in the gameplay trailer, the preview that we got. You can just have your own, for example, Przewalski. I obviously don't know the Przewalski's hose if there is going to be a wildlife reserve in the game with the base game, but just as an example, you can have your family of Przewalski's hoses and then release that whole family in your wildlife reserve, and they will be able to generate offspring as well. So you can see that family grow that you put back into the wild. And I think the example that they have was with zebras. So yeah, but the Przewalski's hose just came up to me because these animals were extinct in the wild, and now they are bringing them back into the wild with all these programs. I just find this such an amazing experience, and there's just so much focus to these wildlife reserves. I absolutely love it. Animals in formation herds can decide to do an action together, such as sleeping, and animals smoothly leave and join formations. So they will be acting in herds. They could be sleeping together, or they could be running together, which we already did see in some of the screenshots of the wildlife reserves, which look amazing. Can't wait to see this more in action. And possible confirmation of nocturnal behavior. And what's more, their environment, the things in it, and the time of day affect how these animals behave too. We've seen the chimp be very active, and that's because it's during the day. At night, the chimp is going to be knackered, essentially. We're going to see a lot more passive, resting, sleeping behaviors, which is... again, like, they're really going deep into that realistic approach here. So I'm going to assume that days in Planet Zoo 2 will be a lot longer, which is so amazing. And the fact that it could be that your days, when they become longer, you will also see a guest flow coming into your zoo in the morning and will be leaving your zoo at nighttime or in the evening. And I don't know, I'm just so curious how this is all going to work in Planet Zoo 2. There's just so much information here in this article. And well, now we know that we're going to get animal reveals every week. So that's going to be on Tuesday, I'm going to assume. So every Tuesday we will be checking in with you guys with hopefully more news and of course some animal reveals. So exciting, man, I can't wait. October 13 is still so freaking far away. I don't know about you guys. I don't know how to survive this. How are you guys going to survive these next couple of months? Let me know in the comments down below. Are you excited for all these new animals, all these new features, all this new stuff? I know I am, but you guys guessed that already. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like at this video if you guys enjoyed it. And subscribe, of course, if you haven't already. And yeah, I just really do hope to see you guys all in the next one. Bye, guys!